Hello everyone, welcome to my weird and wonderful world, and I'm going to show you today some of my favorite TV series, some more of my favorite TV series and tiny bit of a movie collection I have. And the movie I'm going to be showing you here has a kind of a special little connection that I'll explain when I get to that. But the first thing I want to show you is being from the Maritimes in Canada here, from in New Brunswick. There's a show that I really identified with and I loved, and I have here the first 10 seasons of the Trailer Park Boys. Now, I'm not going to go through each episode or anything like that. In fact, I'm kind of making a quick episode today. I wasn't going to make an episode today because I got kind of busy doing a drawing and time kind of got away from me. But I'm trying to squeeze this in so I give you some content. So yeah, first of all, I do have all the first 10 seasons of the Trailer Park Boys. I particularly like season 10, the last season. Well, right here, the last season, season 10. I know there's more than that. There's the swearing that stuff that I still need to get. But I do have at least the first 10 seasons, and I have watched these at least a half a dozen times each for sure, because it's something I can just put on. I don't even need to really watch it. It's just like like visiting old friends. You know, I weirdly enough I can sort of relate to them. I mean, of course, they're an extreme version of a typical Maritimer, because you know it's set in Halifax, which is not too far from here. But that's not it. That's not all. I mean, I also got the Christmas special, which is basically kind of takes place before the events of the series. So it's a little, yeah. So the year would be 1997, and Sunnyvale is getting ready for the holiday season. Yeah. So that's a pretty good episode. I really like that. I think that one has the Star Wars thing where they dress up as I'm not 100%, but I think that's where they go. They show footage when they dressed up as a character from Star Wars, but I could be mistaken. It's been a little while since I last watched them. But of course, you can't have Trailer Park Boys without having the movies. So I got the Trailer Park Boy movie, the first one and the second one for sure. Need those, you know. Countdown to Liquor Day. That's the second one. And of course, I got the Don't Legalize It. And of course, not too long after this movie was made, they legalized it. Now, I was working at the movie theater when this one came out, and I can tell you, anytime you go and do a theater check, you could smell a little bit of green being burnt in there, and it wasn't okay, but what could you do? And probably some of the most disruptive guest that we've had at the theater was for this movie, because I don't know, it brought a weird crowd of people. We had some problems in the theater because of this movie being played there. It was such a lowbrow movie for the time, and yeah, it didn't really go well with the theater too well. But it didn't really do all that well either at the theater, unfortunately. But I loved it. I think it's great. So I mean, I'm a huge Trailer Park Boys fan. I still need to get more. So that's that for that. Now, this next little movie series is only the 2 discs. Now, what makes these special, and I'm talking about the Sherlock Holmes, okay? And most particularly, no, sorry, this one here. Now, if you can see, it is signed by the guy who played the big French guy. It's Robert Maillet. Has a bit of a small part in there where he plays kind of this big French guy. He's the one that goes after Sherlock Holmes with the sledgehammer, and he has that line. He goes, "Un moment, s'il vous plaît." And why they got him to speak French is because he speaks English very well, but they got him to speak French because because he sounded a little bit more menacing. Now, why this is special is because when I worked at the movie theater Robert Maye, and I still remember the first time I met him. I got to talk to him, and also being a big Insane Clown Posse fan, he wrestled with the Insane Clown Posse, and I'm not a big wrestling fan, but I think his name was Dredgor. But yeah, but I asked him eventually if he could sign this for me. I had brought just a cover to work, and one day he came in to watch a movie. Pretty much the last time I saw him, I must have seen him at least a dozen times. Anytime there was a good movie coming in, Robert Maye would show up at the theater, and yeah, it was always a thrill, always special when he showed up. I always liked seeing him. He's a nice guy. I spoke to him, like had conversations with him a few times. So it's basically my being a second degree and apparently Robert Maye has his number on speed dial. So that's pretty interesting. So yeah, that's why this is kind of special to me, because I know Robert Maye, who played that character in this movie, and yeah, a bit of a local celebrity. He lives not too far from here, and I've seen him in the grocery store, I've seen him walking down Main Street. Really nice guy, and in fact, he doesn't do movies anymore, not as far as I know. He actually got a job as a correctional officer in a prison. So I think he's well suited for that type of job. It's kind of sad that I probably won't see Robert Maye, but he's been in movies like Brick Houses. He did a movie, I can't remember the name, but he did a movie with Antonio Banderas. He was in the first Pacific Rim movie, and among other stuff. So he played the giant monster in the movie 300. That big monster. That was him under all that makeup. So yeah, he was basically like a mini local celebrity, and it was always fun seeing him. So that's why I got that. I just want to show you that I have both. I do like these movies. I think they're great. Now the last little collection that I want to show you, and I bought each of these for $8 each at Walmart, brand new, and the last episode, because it got canceled, was on a cliffhanger. And they should make like a movie or something to conclude, to really send off this TV series properly, because I actually love this TV series and it doesn't really get mentioned enough. And that's My Name is Earl. I got all 4 seasons, of course, because I think they're great. I love them. I'm in love with one of the characters, or what's her name? I can't think of it right offhand right now, but yeah, I really enjoyed this series. I think it's super funny. I thought the premise was really, really interesting and cool. I'm not too happy with the 3rd season. Probably my least favorite season, because it's the season where he goes to prison. And I don't know, it kind of dipped a little bit, but then it kind of got better again a little bit. But I love it. I do love them all. I think they're all great. But I just hate that they ended it in a cliffhanger. I really wish they would conclude the final season, season 4, because they left it hanging, and they shouldn't have. But that is a little bit more of my DVD collection, that I hope you enjoyed me showing you what I have, and that, especially that Sherlock Holmes, because it has a special connection, because I know Robert Maye. Well, not personally, but I have met him several times. So that is it for me. Again, like I said, I wasn't going to do a video today because I had been drawing most of the afternoon and that. I don't want to show you yet what I'm working on. I still got like maybe 10 to 15% left to do on the picture. Once it's done, I'll ask the person I'm doing it for if it's okay if I can show you on my channel. I'm sure it'll be okay. I'll ask her tonight when I see her at work. She is somebody who works with me. But once I'm done that picture, yeah, guarantee I do want to show you because I think it looks great what I'm working on. So as always, please be safe. Take care. I will see you on the flip side. And please, everybody, have a great day, evening, night, wherever you may be. Peace.